Welcome to Aligned and Abundant. I'm your host, Christine Marcario. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about the ever so popular concept of manifestation. What exactly is manifestation, and how can you utilize the tools of manifestation in your life? Manifestation is the act of calling in what you want into your life. So basically, think of a menu that you would find at a diner. There are a gazillion and a half pages, and it might seem totally overwhelming. The reality is that you can order anything off of that menu at that diner. And life is just like that. You have endless possibilities of what you can draw into your life simply by ordering it from the universe. So the universe is the menu at the restaurant. And you have the ability to sit down as the customer, as the human being, as the soul experiencing this human experience, and order what it is that you want to bring into your life or what you want to experience during the time that you have here on this earthly plane. There are endless possibilities. And sometimes the universe or the restaurant might get the order right, or sometimes your scrambled eggs will come out dry and crunchy. So it's very important that you get clear on what you want. If you want an omelet without ham, then you need to make sure that you are stating that to the waiter, AKA the universe. So we're going to dive into what exactly that looks like and how to get there, because oftentimes we are overwhelmed with life in general, and we try to plan out our future. We try to plan and control what it is that we will experience, what will happen, what job we'll get, etc. And oftentimes that leaves us feeling frustrated and overwhelmed, because the truth of the matter is that we actually cannot control really anything. There are certain things that we can react to or respond to, but at the end of the day, really, we cannot control what is going to happen. We can steer our ship in a certain direction, but there's no guarantee that the winds of the ocean won't come in and point the front of our ship towards another direction, off into another horizon. All right. So it's important to be able to recognize that one of the easiest ways to manifest is to let go of trying to control the outcome. It's more or less leaning into the blind faith that what you're asking for will in fact be delivered. So we're going to speak about all of those things in more depth. I want you to really think about, what are some things that you truly want? If nothing was off limits, what would your ideal day look like? How would that make you feel? Who would you surround yourself with? What would you do? I want you to imagine that in your mind. Think about all of the ways that you would spend your day if you had limitless opportunities. Use all of your senses. Make it so real that your subconscious starts believing it's already happening. I want you to do this on a regular basis. You can do it while you're driving, a route that you already know, you're so familiar with, you're on autopilot. Take your mind into your imagination. You could think about it when you're still in the sleepy state, when you wake up first thing in the morning, and you can think about it before you're going to bed. The more that you are able to visualize how you want your life to look, but more importantly, how you want to feel living out that life, is one of the easiest keys to shift your frequency. And what I mean by shifting your frequency is, we are all energy. Everything that we come into contact with is pure energy. So when our frequency is not aligned to the things that we want to call in, we are never going to be an energetic match. So if you want to have a house on the cliff sides of Los Angeles, you have to embody the energetic feelings and emotional expressions of living that life, of looking out into the Pacific Ocean and feeling a sense of pride in the ownership of your property. You have to be able to embody that energy match in order to bring it into your reality. So, the biggest way to do that is again through visualization. Think about when you were a child. I don't know about you, but I could literally play for hours on end by using my imagination. I would literally be alone and have the best time of my life, pretending that I was a chef cooking up mud pies. I had this little stream in my backyard, and there was a bench by that stream, and I would literally take a spoon from the house. Sorry, mom. And dig into the mud and put it on a piece of skunk weed that grew around the water. I would take those smelly grass onions that would also grow, and I would dice them up and wrap it up and tie a little bow with one of the green onions and present it as a delicious meal. And in reality, it was super disgusting. But as a kid, I had so much fun that when I see skunk weed out in the wild, for example, at Alair State Park in New Jersey, I automatically have flashbacks of just feeling so energized because I just had so much fun with myself pretending that I was, in fact, cooking real food and serving real customers. And I just had the best time. And so the fact is that you need to embody the feelings of that experience. Now, did I become a chef? No, because that's not what my greatest heart's desires were. But I was able to, through that practice of being a child and having childlike imagination, I was able to learn how to, for example, visualize as an adult. And it's funny because the things that you visualize, you will see happen. For example, I went to I don't know what year it was, maybe 2016, right? The 2016 New York Auto Show. And I was with my son, Michael, at the time, and we were just checking out all of the cool cars and the vehicles. And I went into the Chrysler Pacifica minivan. And granted, I only had two children at the time. I went into the minivan and I was like, ooh, like I love this. It's sleek looking. It has a lot of cool features. And I literally just envisioned myself having that car. And ironically, flash forward, I had my third child and I went car shopping for a car with 3 rows. And I literally got that car because I had visualized so much that if I ever needed a bigger car and I wanted 3 rows and I was officially going to become a mom of the mom van, that I was going to have that specific minivan. And so again, it's just the situations where we put our imagination, we can see ourselves in that experience or owning that specific materialistic item, then we can call it into our reality. And it might not be immediately, right? It depends on the situations and the circumstances. I do believe in divine timing. So when it's meant to happen, it will find us and it will come to us. And if it is not meant to happen, then it simply won't. It's a matter of aligning your energetic frequencies to make it happen. So once you're clear, your next job is to become an energetic match for what you desire. Let's say you're manifesting financial abundance. You have to ask yourself, are you speaking with abundance or scarcity? Are you making decisions from trust or from fear? Are you taking care of your body and energy like someone who values themselves? You have to align your energy with what you want. If you are wanting to call in financial abundance, you need to embody how someone who has financial abundance would act. You are not going to go to the grocery store and say, I can't afford that. I understand that sometimes our reality obviously doesn't match what we want to draw in or call in. It's not a matter of whipping out your credit card and spending like you are already there. It's a matter of pretending, for lack of a better word, pretending that you can buy those things. So instead of saying, well, I can't afford that, say, I'm choosing not to spend my money on that right now. There's a different vibe to those two different sentences. If you say, I can't afford it, then you're calling in more opportunities where you cannot afford things. But if you're saying, I'm choosing to not purchase that item, then the power is still within you. And you're calling in opportunities where, again, you may have the choice. And perhaps the next time you would choose to buy that. Do you see the difference? It is also super important to not make decisions out of fear. Fear is really an illusion. Fear does not exist. Fear is our body's way of keeping us safe. Our brains operate out of the past. They operate out of the experiences and memories that we have already had, and they want to shape our future. Now, they want us to go through experiences in which they are familiar with because, again, our body's job, our mind's job is to keep us safe. Unfamiliar is unsafe. That's why it's really hard to make changes. But if you put your belief into trusting divine source, God, the universe, however you'd like to call it, you are more than likely to receive the things that you are seeking, the things that you are asking for, because you are putting your trust and faith that they will be granted to you. If you continue to operate out of fear, you're coming from a scarcity mindset and you are going to attract more things that show up for you as fear or lack. Like energy attracts like energy. That's one of the laws of physics. So if you're constantly coming from a place of woe is me, why is this always happening to me? I can't afford that. My bank account, ooh, I don't even want to look at it. Then unfortunately, you are going to keep drawing in those similar circumstances. It's a matter of rewiring your brain and shifting your thoughts in order to draw in a different scenario, in order to draw in different circumstances and experiences. With that, it's also super important to take care of your body and your energy. So you want to treat yourself like someone who values yourself, meaning it's important to drink lots of water. Our body is made up mostly of water, which means that our cells are full of water. And in order to rid our bodies of illness, disease, etc., you need to be able to have water go into your body in order to flush out the toxins. The more water that you drink, the clearer that you will be. So ask yourself, are you making decisions from trust or fear? So let's say you want to manifest your soulmate or a soulmate relationship. Side note, I've come to realize that there are more than one soulmate that you encounter. A soulmate to me is someone who you have a soul contract with, and they might come into your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. All right. Luckily for me, I have a soulmate for life, my dear sweet husband, Anthony. I'm so thankful for him. I had to go through a lot of crap in order to find him, but I am so thankful that I am. And you are stuck with me for the rest of your life, babe. Soulmates can come and go. You have a contract that you've made on the other side before you came into this earthly plane, before you took on this human experience, as to what life lessons you are going to learn. And the soulmate is the person who agreed to help you accomplish that lesson. If you are looking to call in a soulmate relationship, maybe you're looking for the love of your life, someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, but you aren't acting in such a way, then you are not going to be able to call in that person. If you are still entertaining people who don't match the values that you're looking for or don't give you the feelings that you're wanting to connect with someone, you are not going to be able to call in the right person. You're going to, in fact, do the opposite. You're going to continue to call in people who test your dedication, test your willingness to wait for the right person. So it's super important that you get really clear on who it is you're looking to call in. For example, after my first divorce, one of my friends at the time had been looking also for her soulmate, and she had made a list of things that she was looking for. And it went as far as like someone who could do like the manly things of like changing a tire on a car. So I also did the same and I made a list of the qualities in a person that I would want to spend the rest of my life with. And if I came across someone that either didn't have a lot of those qualities or only had a few of those qualities, they would get the boot because I wasn't going to settle for less than what I wanted and less than what I felt like I deserved. So it all worked out for me. And if you're listening to this and if you're in a place or a state of mind where you haven't met the right person yet, or you're getting out of a situation in which you feel like you're no longer valued or appreciated, just know that there is hope and you will, I promise you, you will find the person that you're waiting for. But again, you do have to do the work. You do have to do the inner work. You do have to get clear and concise on what you want. And you have to raise your energetic frequency to call in that person. So it's not as easy as, hey, I'm divorced and single, ready to mingle, you know, bring me to the dance floor and let me find my person. You have to do a little bit more work than just that. When you are feeling in a state of doubt or low energy vibe, there are many things that you can do to get your energy and your frequency raised. You can dance. Dancing is a sure way to raise your energetic vibe. You can find a favorite radio station. You can put on your favorite song or your favorite playlist and dance your little heart out. I know that when I was feeling sick and I was doing some somatic breath work with an amazing person, I literally just couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. So, what I decided to do instead was I just got up and I danced and I just let my body flow however it wanted to. And honestly, it felt so good, so beautiful. And I let go of, the imagination of, oh my God, what if people were to watch me dance right now? I would be so embarrassed because it was only me and my living room. And I'm like, well, who the heck cares? Like, I'm just going to dance and go with whatever moves come to me. And I felt so alive and so energetic after that. So, whenever you're feeling kind of down or feeling kind of just do something that makes you feel good. Any type of movement. If you've been sitting at your desk for 8 hours and you are feeling drained and depressed or bored out of your mind, just get up, shake your hands out, shake your legs out, walk around the room for a few minutes, do a little twerk in the back. All right. It will get your energy raised up immediately. And then you're going to laugh at yourself also because you're twerking, I don't know, in the back of Stop and Shop, right? So just have fun with yourself. All right. It's so important to have fun with yourself. It's so important to make joy and to find joyous situations in your life. One of the best ways, the best medicines is to literally laugh at yourself. Find things that you can just smile and be like silly with yourself. All right. Another way to get your energy raised is by enjoying a meal that makes your heart, your belly, and your soul feel nourished. You can additionally find yourself surrounded by people who inspire you, make you feel happy, make you laugh. So, finding aligned company, people that are able to hear you, see you for who you truly are, inspire you, support you, give you love, challenge you. As I'm saying this, I'm laughing because spirit is literally in my ear and they're like, yeah, you need to laugh at yourself because, well, they're acknowledging that I laugh at myself. They're like, yeah, You're a silly goose. Um, so anyway, additionally, you can also go out into nature. That's one of my favorite things. Go outside, touch the grass. I was just talking to someone last night and we were both chuckling because we are the type of people that will go outside. It will be like 20 degrees and I will be outside barefoot walking in my driveway, getting something from my car. My foot will literally be frozen, but I don't care. I want to go outside and I want to be barefoot. I'm that free child who used to run around in the yard, no shoes, walking around in mud, climbing trees, doing all types of crazy things because I wanted to feel the earth. I want to be one with nature. So it's super important, again, to go outside. And they say that literally, as soon as you touch the earth, and it cannot be through the sole of your shoe because that's synthetic materials. All right. No matter how organic it is, you have to be able to have that skin to earth contact. Your frequency immediately rises and you calm down. It does something amazing to your nervous system. And it is so crucial to make sure that we are spending time connecting to Mother Nature. Another visualization technique that you can have is to embody the feelings of who you want to become. The version of me who already has this would feel, would speak, believes, or chooses, and then you fill in the blank. And I'm going to repeat that. The version of you who already has XYZ, whatever you want to fill in the blank with, feels, and then think about how you would feel if you already had what you were desiring. Speaks. How does that person speak? For example, if you want to start a business, maybe you want to have a vegan ice cream stand on the boardwalk. How would that person speak to their customers? And then visualize that. What do you believe about your product? How does it make the customer feel when they're eating your delicious vegan ice cream? Choose. Do you want a brick and mortar? Do you want a little stand like a hot dog stand where you just have your cute little umbrella and you're offering free samples to guests as they're coming off the beach, all sweaty and hot, looking for a cool treat to refresh them? Again, it's bringing in that imagination that we all have as a child and embodying that into our adulthood. The next step to bringing in your manifestation goals and dreams is to heal the blocks that say that you can't have it. This is where the magic meets the shadow work. A lot of people set intentions and try to feel good, but they still have subconscious blocks that might say, I'm not worthy. It's not safe to be seen. I always mess up. I'm not good enough. People like me don't get to have things like that. Or I'm just going to always be broke. These beliefs leak energy. And again, your energy is everything. It's so important. It is the number one component of who we are and what we draw into our life. So you have to rewire your subconscious thoughts. We have over 60,000 thoughts that go through our mind a day. But if we get into the practice of catching those negative thoughts that are telling us that we can't have something or that we aren't something, and we immediately change that thought, we stop that connection. We start to break that connection and we create another neural pathway to our new thoughts, such as, I can have that. I am worthy of that. Okay. So let's reframe things. It's important for you to remember that you are not broken. You are not doing anything wrong. You're just bumping against an old story that's asking to be healed. We all have our issues with beliefs that were imprinted upon us while we were growing up, whether it was in our home with our parents or through school or through organizations in which we interacted with other people. Belief systems were formed. And it's important for us to recognize the unhealthy belief systems that are stuck inside of our minds. The more that we become aware of them, The work then becomes ours to shift those thoughts. Some healing tools are inner child work, discovering what limiting beliefs you may have that have shaped you as an adult that stem from your childhood, and doing what I just mentioned, getting rid of them and replacing them with new belief systems. There is also a method to get your nervous system calmer. It's called EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique. I will do a future episode on what exactly that is. But you can, in the meantime, if you're interested, you can definitely find a video on YouTube, EFT tapping. Mirror work, recognizing what triggers you in other people is an indication of something that you need to work on. So if someone comes across as arrogant and knowing it all, and it really kind of burns you, makes you really mad, you need to do the mirror work of looking in the mirror and saying, are those qualities something in that person that I might also possess? And that is usually a sign that that might be something that you need to also work on, right? So sometimes when we get infuriated or upset or angered by something that someone else does, it's usually a reflection of something that we have to work on as an individual. And hello, working with a healer or a life coach, such as myself. Reminder, I am a Reiki master teacher, and I also am a crystal healer and a spiritual life coach. So if you ever need some one on one time with me, my doors are always open, both in person and virtually. The next step to manifesting is taking aligned action, not hustling, not working until you are completely exhausted. We are not doing that anymore. We are taking aligned action that brings joy and ease into our lives. So, this is where we blend the spiritual with the practical. Manifestation isn't just about vision boards and journaling, it's about showing the universe that you're ready and willing to co create. You're willing to meet halfway. Aligned action are steps that you take that feel good. It comes from inspiration, not force, not obligation. So ask yourself, what's the next loving step I can take? What is the next step that will get me one step closer to where I want to be? What would my higher self do today? What would the person who I want to become do today? What is my next first step? And go from there. Some examples of aligned action are applying for a job that excites you. If you're on something like Indeed.com and you are scrolling through all of the different opportunities that are available to you, and you come across one that you consider applying to, but you take the time to feel how you feel, and if it's a no, then do not even waste your time applying to that job, even if your logical brain is, this makes sense. I want you to feel what feels good. I want you to lean into what feels good. Investing in a course that stretches you, but also lights you up. I recently took the crystal healing course, and that is something that I was interested in. I wanted to learn more about, and I signed up. And even though I personally wasn't feeling that amazing that day physically, I was still a little under the weather. I went and I had such an amazing experience because it felt like I was learning knowledge that I had already known but had forgotten about, the amazing healing properties of crystals. And side note, we went to go see the Minecraft movie, and it had, what do you call it, a preview for the Superman movie. And Superman was very badly injured, and his like helper came and brought him to his castle. Guys, I know nothing about Superman, all right? And literally what they did was he healed on this gigantic crystal, and the sunlight came in and also healed him. So literally the earthly properties of crystals and sunlight, two things that we have access to, healed his totally broken body. I don't remember, the little robot that scanned him had said he had like 100 broken bones or something like that. So there's truth there. There is truth. There are amazing healing properties in crystals. And when you put them onto your body or in your energetic field, they can do amazing things. Another example of aligned action is saying no to something that drains you. Do not do anything out of obligation. I know that is easier said than done, but it is super important to put your boundaries up. What makes you feel good? What brings joy to your life? What sparks your energy as opposed to what drains your energy? You know, right now I'm currently running around between soccer practice. My son has his first job, which is across the bridge and takes time to get there because, he has a seasonal job down at the local boardwalk. And as summer picks up, the traffic is going to get worse, etc. I signed my daughter up for cheerleading and she's still doing dance over the summer. And I'm like, where's the time going to be for me? Where am I going to have time? I'm just a child chauffeur right now. Um, so then I started thinking, I'm like, you know what? Instead of doing more, come the fall, I might just scale back and do less. I might just do less because honestly, unless my kids are absolutely in love with what they're doing, I am not going to push them because I think they should do something. So, as a mom, that's something that I'm reflecting on. The last example of aligned action that I'm going to share with you today is making space in your calendar or your home for what you're calling in. One thing that you can do is if you are dreaming about going on a retreat to Sedona, Arizona, put it on your calendar. Whether you've actually bought the ticket or not, put those dates on your calendar and then act as if you're actually going. Maybe go to the local thrift store and pick out an outfit that you will wear there. Maybe order a pair of shoes that you will use to go hiking up the mountain. Start taking little baby aligned steps toward your goal or desire. What does that do? That shifts the universal energy and gets you closer to alignment with that. And more likely than not, your dream will come true and you will see yourself there. My last step for you is to surrender and trust the timing. This is the step that gets overlooked the most, but it is so crucial. You've done the visioning, you've shifted your energy, you've healed the blocks, you are taking inspired action, and now you have to let go. Let go. You are not going to sit there and try to control the outcome, not try to predict how it's going to show up. You have to let go of control, and that is extremely hard. But again, I urge you to let go of control. Let go of timelines. Let go of needing it to show up your way, on your terms, and how you want. Now, this doesn't mean that you do nothing. It means staying in the energy of trust and receptivity, being in the resonance of the energy that you have thus far created. I trust that what's mine is already on its way to me. Or you can say, it is already here, it is already done. And then you just surrender. You feel peaceful, you feel present, you stay in the energy that it is already on its way or it is already here. And in time, it will show. And you'll be surprised when it shows up and how it shows up. When you are trying to control the outcome, you're really putting limitations on what the universe can deliver to you. What the universe has in store for you may be something that you cannot even conceptualize at the moment. So, why would you want to turn down $5 million if all you're trying to manifest is 1 million? So, be open to what you can call in and what the universe will deliver to you. It's again about staying in that beautiful energy of believing in yourself, feeling worthy to receive, and truly believing that anything is possible for you. If it's possible for others, then it is possible for you. When you stop chasing, you become magnetic. And that's when things start showing up fast. So get ready and be excited. So let's recap the 5 steps that actually work. 1, get crystal clear. 2, align your energy. 3, heal the blocks. 4, take aligned action. And 5, surrender and trust. You are so powerful. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be. And your dream life is already orbiting around you, waiting for you to become the version of you that can receive it. If this episode resonated, I'd love for you to screenshot it, share it to your IG stories, and tag me at Aligned and Abundant LLC. Let me know what you're manifesting right now. I'd love to hold that vision for you. And if you're ready to go even deeper into your manifestation journey, check the show notes for upcoming workshops, retreats, and self-paced courses inside Aligned and Abundant. Everything is designed to support you in stepping fully into your soul-led life. Also, if you want more juicy nuggets of inspiration sent directly to your inbox, subscribe to my weekly newsletter. Until next time, stay aligned, stay abundant, and keep showing up as the version of you already has it because she's already within you.